In 2005, jockey Mike Smith rode Giacomo to Kentucky Derby victory, and now he hopes it's another gray colt, Midnight Hawk, that will take him back to Churchill Downs on the first Saturday in May. Hi, I'm Jill Byrne, racing analyst and broadcaster for the Kentucky Derby. In our last episode, Midnight Hawk and Mike Smith won the Sham Stakes at Santa Anita, earning 10 points on the leaderboard, with the Robert B. Lewis Stakes the next stop on the road to the Kentucky Derby at his home track. Midnight Hawk returns to the races quickly, looking to secure enough points to assure a spot in the starting gate and get valuable education he will need to be successful on the first Saturday in May.
Yeah, Midnight Hawk's a colt with a lot of ability. He's still got a little kid in him still. He's still playing around a bit. Probably get some of that baby fat will start coming off of him and get him to focus a little more, and he could be that kind of horse.
And what keeps Mike Smith focused on riding? At age 48, having won nearly every major race, received the highest honors in the thoroughbred industry, he's earned the right to retirement. But Mike has no plans to hang up his boots anytime soon. I spent a day at the track with Mike to find out what motivates him.
My family was into racing. Both my grandparents owned race horses. My uncle's a trainer, it still is, right now in New Mexico. And I wanted to be a linebacker, and I didn't grow. To be honest with you, I was really into sports. Wanted to do something athletic, and when I knew I couldn't play football, certainly couldn't play baseball or basketball, and I just had a love for horses and had a knack with them. I just had some, I always thought I could talk to them, and you're just so competitive. You want to win everything and anything at all costs. And then you get older. And you get older and you start realizing what life's all about and what you're doing, how much longer you want to do it.
Injuries are a risk for all jockeys.
When I broke my back in 1998, that kept me out for quite a while, and that was probably the only injury that made me think for a little bit. Man, am I sure I want to keep doing this? And then once you're away, anyone who's ever been involved in racing or around horses, once you're away just for a little while, you just can't stay away. And I really enjoy riding young, talented horses, or even good older horses, and I'm having more fun now than I did when I first started. So that's what keeps me going. There's a lot of work that's involved. I mean, a lot of PR work. Yeah, I mean, you got to go out there and you got to be able to talk the talk as well. There's a lot to go on. I mean, you can pick up a horse just standing at Clocker's Corner, just talking, seeing the right people, knowing who to see, who do you think's doing well, who has the future superstars that you've heard of. You just try and go in there and mingle your way in. Me at my age, like I said, we've chose a lot of these horses. So a lot of these horses, especially the two that I got on this morning, are horses that I'm going to ride here in the near future. And then after that, for me, I usually either today I'll probably just run 3 miles. If I don't run, I'm usually in the gym, working out till about 11:30, and then I rush back to the track, get dressed, and then get ready to ride in the afternoon. So there's a lot of working for me.
Jockeys are unique athletes. They're competitors on the track, but yet they share the same locker room.
We're family, to be honest with you. Dysfunctional family sometimes, but we're definitely family. I mean, we live and work at the same place for so many years, and believe it or not, we all care about each other. Once we step on that racetrack, all that's out the window, and it's every man for himself. But when we step off the track, we admire each other.
With many years of competing together, Mike and fellow Hall of Fame jockey Gary Stevens have developed a special bond.
We're more like brothers than we are friends, to be honest with you. He's Jordan, I'm a Scottie Pippen. When you have that kind of experience and the talent like Gary has, and you can keep yourself in good enough shape, man, he can compete. I could see him ride another 2, 3, 4 years if he wanted to. I mean, he's riding so good. And the good thing about me and him is we feed off each other. The better he's riding, the better I try to ride. And we've always kind of been that way with each other, and I think it's great.
The two friends will be competitors in the Robert B. Lewis Stakes at Santa Anita. Mike back aboard the favorite, Midnight Hawk, in those familiar red and yellow silks. Gary Stevens in the saddle on the up-and-coming colt, Candy Boy. Competitors in a race with Kentucky Derby implications.
And away they go. Diamond Bachelor hops away fast on the inside. Almenia Attendant Bay's pretty keen to go on, and Cheetah on the outside. Candy Boy and Cheetah going to hit it together. Candy Boy to win it. Candy
This round goes to Gary Stevens and Candy Boy, who with the victory earns 10 points on the leaderboard and stamps himself as a serious contender on the road to the Kentucky Derby. For Midnight Hawk, a third-place finish does not guarantee a spot in the gate for the Derby, yet Mike remains hopeful.
I'm sure hoping Midnight Hawk takes me that first Saturday in May. That would be a great day.
If you would like to experience the road to the Kentucky Derby, these are the next 5 stops. Subscribe to the Kentucky Derby YouTube channel and look for the next episode on the road to the Kentucky Derby, presented by TwinSpires.com.